to our house, and our house was not as turnkey as we had hoped. So we spent the next couple of months making our house a happy home. And then we got into Thanksgiving, and then unfortunately our only child, which was our dog, got ill. And for those of you that followed along on that, I truly appreciate all of your sympathy. But unfortunately we had to put our dog down. And I spent 3 months in grief, as well as she did too. And I eventually had to lick my wounds and figure out what I was going to do with myself. I came down to Nashville to be somebody, to make everybody in this room proud, as well as myself. But, Fluke's laughing back here, right? But I was hanging out with my friends, Joe Bonamassa and Josh Smith, at the studio, and I said, you know, I said I would never do this again. My last record came out 5 years ago now, this next coming year. I said I would never do this again. I said, but if I had your help, I would do it. And Joe and Josh looked at me and said, let's do it. And then I had to put my money where my mouth is. So we had a lot of phone conversations and a lot of emails, and we went back and forth, and then sometime later I found myself eventually in the studio with him, with Joe on one side, with Josh in front of me, and the one and only Reese Winans on keyboards. Yeah. And it dawned on me, on drums was Lamar Carter. I've been listening to him since the Raphael Sadiq records. It's not him, unfortunately. He's just trying to take credit for it. He's on a lot of my records, just so you know, just so we're clear. And on bass guitar was Calvin Turner. I've been listening to Calvin on John Cleary records. That's a different Calvin, unfortunately. Calvin's also on some of my records. And then when I saw how much they took my songs and made them their own, and all of a sudden I was just sitting in a chair kind of rocking, and I was listening to them making all the calls and all the shots. And it got to be Sunday, and my wife had just left the studio, and Joe leans over to me and he goes, you're really harnessing your inner Billy Gibbons on this song. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm a huge ZZ Top fan.
Yeah, yo.
And he goes, that's funny because he just called me 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Only when you're hanging out with Joe do things like that happen. So with that being said, I'd like to harness my inner Billy Gibbons again for you guys tonight, if that's all right. And I know a lot of people have asked, and I don't have a definitive answer, but I can tell you this much. 5 of the songs are done. We're probably going to do 10, could be 12, but 5 of the songs are done. And we will hopefully release the first song by the end of the year. That song is going to be called Checkered Past. For those of you that have been saying, your guitar playing is different, your singing is kind of different. Well, guess what? My music's different too. So with that said,